The Crab Whisperer. The morning mist, like a veil spun from dreams, embraced the small island shore. The sands were cold, their damp shimmer turning silver under the faint sunlight. Akito, the quiet boy of the island, buried his bare feet in the sands, slowly following the trails of crabs. Wherever their tracks ended, he drew lines in the sand, lines that no one but he could understand. Akito lived with his mother, Mina, a woman whose beauty resembled a sunset over the sea, serene but fleeting. She was the only one who truly listened to Akito's silence, though even she could not entirely enter his inner world. Akito had autism, a condition that, like a boundless sea, separated him from the world around him. Yet the sea brought him peace. To Akito, crabs with their tiny claws and skittering legs were more than simple creatures. They were nature's storytellers, whispering secrets no one else could comprehend. Every morning, Mina would head to the sea to catch fish and crabs for the small restaurant they ran. Akito would quietly follow her, not to help, but to observe. He would sit for hours watching the crabs, his gaze piercing into their very essence, reading their movements and decoding signs that no one else could see. One overcast day, when the air carried the scent of rain, Akito suddenly stood up. He pointed toward the crabs scurrying toward the tall cliffs, his expression filled with worry. Mina laughed softly. "Still playing your crab games, Akito?" she teased, but Akito only stared at the crabs, as if trying to speak with a voice that wouldn't come. A few hours later, as rain poured down and a fierce storm engulfed the island, Mina realized the crabs had known something she hadn't. That night, after the storm subsided, Mina fell ill with a fever. Over the following weeks, like a candle flickering in the wind, she faded away. When she passed, Akito was left alone. Yet every day, he still went to the shore. The crabs remained, but now their movements carried a different meaning for him, as if they were speaking to him, guiding him. Akito was sent to an orphanage. There in the courtyard, he would use a simple stick to draw in the sand, crafting lines that continued to tell the language of nature. One stormy night, Akito sketched lines resembling a map of the island's coast. The orphanage caretaker, who happened to glance at his drawing, chuckled at first. But by morning, when the island awoke to towering waves and shattered cliffs, the laughter was forgotten. Years passed. Akito grew up, but he remained the crab whisperer. He understood the language of nature, something no one else could grasp. The islanders began seeking his help to predict storms, to determine which parts of the shore were safe. One day, as Akito sat by the shore at sunset, a woman approached him, carrying a small crab. She asked, "Why do you love crabs so much?" Akito looked at the crab, his gaze soft and distant. In a quiet voice, as if speaking to himself, he replied, "Because they remind me of something familiar, like home, my mother, or something people call a friend."